Hi class, Mrs. Calvi here. Quick review on subtracting integers. So if you notice here, I have step 1 as being change the problem to an addition problem using keep, change, change. Okay, so I'm going to explain what that is. So basically you're going to have a subtraction problem and we are going to change it into an addition problem using something we called keep, change, change. Now once it's an addition problem, you're going to do exactly what we did when we were adding integers. If the signs are the same, you add, keep the sign. If the signs are different, you subtract, take the sign of the bigger number. So let's explain keep, change, change first. Okay, so I have a subtraction problem here, and I'm going to use keep, change, change. And what that means is I'm going to keep the sign of my first integer. So that's a positive. I'm keeping it positive. I'm changing the subtraction sign to addition sign. And then I'm changing the sign of my second integer to its opposite. So keep, change, change. So this is a positive 3, so I'm keeping that a positive 3. I'm changing my subtraction sign to addition. And this 8 right now is positive, all right? So I want to change it to its opposite. So the opposite of positive 8 is negative 8, all right? Now, one mistake students make is they associate this subtraction sign with this as being a negative 8. Nope, this is a subtraction sign. This is a positive 8, all right? So now I am back to having an addition problem like we learned yesterday. So 3 plus negative 8. So now I have to go back to my addition rules. My signs are different here because I have a positive 3 and a negative 8. Signs are different. Subtract them, take the sign of the bigger number. So when I subtract, I get 5 because 8 minus 3 is 5. And 8 is larger than 3. And because there's a negative with the 8, my final answer will be negative 5. All right, so keep, change, change. Keep the sign of the first integer, change the subtraction sign to addition, change the sign of the second integer. Okay, so let's try another one. All right, so here we have negative 4 minus 2. We are going to do keep, change, change. So keep the negative 4, change the subtraction sign to addition. Now this is a positive 2. I need to change that to a negative 2. Keep, change, change. All right, so now I have an addition problem. So my signs are the same. That tells me to add the two numbers. So 4 plus 2 is 6. And the rule is to keep the sign. So my final answer is a negative 6. All right, let's try another one. All right, so it's a subtraction problem. So we need to do keep, change, change. So we are going to keep the positive 2, change the subtraction sign to an addition sign, change the negative 3 to a positive 3. So now we're just going to solve 2 plus 3 is equal to 5 as my final answer. All right, so all you're doing is keep, change, change, then it becomes an addition problem, and then you are going to be solving just the way we solved addition problems. Signs are the same, add, keep the sign. Signs are different, subtract, take the sign of the bigger number. All right, so these rules, and I have notes along with the assignment. Make sure you are either printing those notes out or copying them down into your notes section. Okay, you want to remember these rules. You kind of want to memorize them. I know you're at home and technically you can use your notes for your assignments, but once we are back in class together, you won't be able to use your notes for, tests or quizzes. So try to start memorizing these rules. All right, so let's try solving when we're evaluating expressions. Okay, they're here saying to evaluate A minus B when A is equal to negative 6 and B is equal to positive 7. So all I'm doing is plugging in the negative 6 for A into my equation and positive 7 in for B. So let's go ahead and do that. So negative 6 minus 7. So now it's a subtraction problem where we need to do keep, change, change. So keep, change, change. I'm going to keep my negative 6. I'm going to change my subtraction sign to an addition sign. And this 7 is positive, so I'm changing that to negative 7, to its opposite. All right, keep, change, change. Now it's an addition problem. Well, my signs are the same. So I'm going to add those together, right? It's like apples and apples. So I'm going to add 6 and 7 together to get 13. And the rule is when the signs are the same, I'm going to keep the sign. So my final answer would be negative 13. Okay. Let's try a few when there is more than 2 integers. Okay, so here we are subtracting a few integers. I'm going to break it up little by little. So I'm going to solve this portion first. So 15 minus 12 is equal to 3. All right, and if you notice, thinking about order of operations, solving from left to right is what I'm doing. I'm going to drop down the rest of the problem. Well, now this is a subtraction problem. I need to do keep, change, change. I'm going to keep my positive 3. I'm going to change my subtraction sign to addition. And that 8 currently is a positive. I'm going to make that a negative. Okay? So now I'm going back to my addition rules. Well, my signs are different, so I'm going to subtract the two numbers. I would get 8 minus 3 is equal to 5. And then I'm taking the sign of the bigger number. 8 is a larger number than 3, and along with the 8 is a negative, so I need to carry that over into my final answer, which is negative 5. Okay? That is it for now, and I will talk to you guys soon.